I've lived in my loft in Brooklyn for 7 years. When I moved in, the neighborhood was, let's just say, gritty. The roof leaked, and the elevator worked maybe 40% of the time, but it was home. Then, the neighborhood got trendy. Suddenly, there's a cold brew spot on every corner, and my building got bought by Vanguard Properties. The CEO, a guy named Marcus Thorne, looks like he spends more on hair gel than I do on groceries. Last Monday, I found a notice taped to my door. Eviction for renovation. They gave me 30 days to get out. No relocation fee, no nothing. I went to Thorne's office to ask for more time. He didn't even look up from his iPad. Look, kid, he said, we're turning those units into luxury condos. Your lease is month to month now. We have the legal right to terminate. You're small potatoes. Don't make this difficult. I walked out of there feeling small. But then I remembered something. My original landlord, Mr. Henderson, was a sweet old guy who hated developers. When I signed my first lease 7 years ago, he'd added a handwritten community stability rider. I dug the dusty folder out of my closet and flipped to the back. There it was. Clause 22, subsection C. I called a tenant rights lawyer. When I explained the situation, he actually whistled. Maya, he said, if Vanguard bought the building, they inherited every single contract attached to it, including yours. On Friday, I walked back into Thorne's office. He sighed, looking annoyed. I thought I told you 30 days, no exceptions. Actually, Marcus, I said, sliding a photocopy of Clause 22 across the desk, I think you should read this. He smirked, but as he started reading, his face went from arrogant to ghostly pale. The clause stated that if the building was sold for the purpose of high-density redevelopment, any tenant with more than 5 years of residency must be offered a buyout option equal to 20% of the projected sale price of their renovated unit. Thorne's assistant chimed in, Sir, the projected price for the corner lofts is $2 million each. The room went dead silent. That's $400,000, Thorne whispered. He looked at his lawyer, who was frantically scrolling through the digital files. The lawyer just slowly shook his head. You didn't read the riders, did you? I asked, leaning back in the chair. Mr. Henderson put that in there specifically to stop people like you from flipping the building. You can evict me, but it's going to cost you a very large check. Thorne tried to bluff. We'll fight this in court for years. You could, I said, but your investors might not like that your luxury project is frozen by a massive litigation lien. Or you could just pay me what the contract says. 48 hours later, the wire transfer hit my account. $400,000. Tax-free settlement. I moved out on Saturday. I didn't even hire a moving truck. I just took my cat, my laptop, and left the keys on the counter. I used that money as a down payment on a beautiful, quiet cottage in the Hudson Valley. I sent Marcus Thorne a housewarming card yesterday. It said, thanks for the house, Marcus. Keep the hair gel.